have you ever stopped to wonder whether the world you experience every day is truly the ultimate reality? Everything you see, every sound you hear, every memory, relationship and emotion feels unquestionably real. Your body feels real. Your thoughts feel real. Your entire life seems to unfold within a solid, physical universe. But what if reality is not exactly what it appears to be? In recent years, scientists and philosophers have explored a fascinating possibility called the simulation hypothesis. It proposes that our universe could be something like an unimaginably advanced simulation, governed by hidden laws established long before we arrived. Whether this idea is true remains uncertain. Yet what makes it remarkable is that thousands of years before computers, artificial intelligence, or virtual reality existed, the sages of India were asking a strikingly similar question. Not through technology, but through profound inner exploration. They did not describe existence as a simulation. They called it Maya. Maya is often translated as illusion, but that definition is incomplete. Maya does not mean the universe is unreal. It means that what we perceive through our senses is only a partial view of reality. The changing appears permanent. The temporary appears absolute. The separate appears independent. We mistake appearances for the whole truth. This insight lies at the heart of Advaita Vedanta, one of India's highest philosophical traditions. The ancient sages reached this understanding through direct inquiry into consciousness itself. Rather than asking, "What is the universe made of?" they asked a far deeper question. Who is the one experiencing this universe? That single question transformed their understanding of reality. The Rigveda declares, "Ekan sad vipra bahudha vadanti." Truth is one. The wise describe it in many ways. Centuries later, the Upanishad took this inquiry even deeper. Who am I? What is this world? What remains unchanged while everything else changes? Their answers gave rise to one of humanity's most profound visions of existence. According to Advaita Vedanta, there is only one ultimate reality, Brahman, the infinite, timeless, formless consciousness that exists beyond space, time, and change. Everything we experience appears through the mysterious power of Maya. But if Brahman alone is eternal, why does this universe appear so real? Why do joy and suffering feel so convincing? And if Maya veils the deeper truth, is there a way to see beyond it? To answer these questions, we must turn to one of the greatest philosophers in Indian history, Adi Shankaracharya, whose explanation of Maya continues to shape spiritual thought more than 1,000 years later. Part 2, Maya, Ishvara, and the Divine. Play Adi Shankaracharya explained Advaita Vedanta through three timeless principles. Brahman alone is the ultimate reality. The world is mithya. The individual self is not separate from Brahman. The word mithya is often misunderstood. It does not mean the universe is false or imaginary. It means the world is dependent reality. It exists, functions, and must be respected, yet it does not exist independently of Brahman. Like a dream that appears real while it lasts, the world has its own reality, but not the highest one. To explain this, Adi Shankaracharya offered the famous example of the rope and the snake. Imagine walking at dusk and mistaking a rope for a snake. Instantly, fear arises. Your heartbeat quickens, your muscles tense, and the danger feels completely real. Then someone shines a light, and you discover there was never a snake, only a rope. The fear was real. The experience was real. But the snake existed only because of mistaken perception. Advaita Vedanta says Maya functions in the same way. It does not create a false universe. It veils the true nature of the one that already exists. This is where the comparison with the simulation hypothesis becomes fascinating. A simulation is imagined to operate according to hidden rules established by its creator. Advaita Vedanta also speaks of an underlying intelligence behind the universe. When the infinite Brahman is understood as the creator, sustainer, and governor of the cosmos, it is referred to as Ishvara. Through the power of Maya, Ishvara manifests the universe while remaining untouched by it. Just as the screen remains unchanged no matter what movie is projected upon it. The universe itself unfolds through an extraordinary order called Dharma. Here, Dharma does not simply mean religion. It is the cosmic order that allows existence to function in harmony. Within that order operates the law of karma. Every action, intention, and choice becomes a cause that eventually produces its own effect. Nothing is isolated. Every experience participates in an interconnected web of consequences. Advaita Vedanta also explains that all of nature is woven from three fundamental qualities known as the Guna. Sattva brings clarity, wisdom, and balance. Rajas creates movement, ambition, and desire. Tamas gives rise to inertia, ignorance, and confusion. Every thought, emotion, and personality reflects a constantly changing mixture of these three qualities. But why would such a universe exist at all? The sages answered with a single word: Lila, the divine play. Creation is not described as a mistake or a prison. It is the spontaneous expression of infinite consciousness. Our challenge is not to reject this world, but to participate in it without forgetting our true nature. That understanding changes everything. It reveals that liberation does not begin by escaping life. It begins by seeing life correctly. Part 3. Awakening within the world. If the universe is an expression of Maya, does that mean our lives are meaningless? Are love, loss, success, and suffering merely illusions? Advaita Vedanta gives a profound answer: no. Adi Shankaracharya explained that reality can be understood on three levels. The highest is Paramarthik Satya, the absolute reality. This is Brahman, the unchanging consciousness that exists beyond time, space, and all appearances. The second is Vyavaharik Satya, our everyday reality. This is the world in which we live, work, build relationships, and experience the law of karma. It is real for practical purposes and should never be dismissed. The third is Pratibhasik Satya, individual illusion, like mistaking a rope for a snake or seeing water in a desert mirage. When Advaita Vedanta says the world is mithya, it is referring to this distinction. The world is not meaningless or false. It is a changing reality that depends upon something deeper. So what is that deeper reality? The Upanishads point toward the witness. Your body has changed since childhood. Your thoughts have changed. Your emotions, beliefs, and memories continue to change. Yet throughout every stage of life, something has remained silently aware of all those changes. That silent awareness is the witness. It is not created by the mind. It is the light in whose presence the mind, body, and world are experienced. The purpose of spiritual practice is not to escape life, but to stop mistaking yourself for only the character you are playing. The Bhagavad Gita offers one of the most practical ways to live this wisdom through Nishkam Karma, acting wholeheartedly without becoming attached to the results. Give your best effort. Perform your duties with sincerity. But do not let your peace depend entirely on success or failure. The ancient yogis also taught self-inquiry. Whenever fear, anger, pride or anxiety arises, pause and ask, who is experiencing this? Is it the body? Is it the mind? Or is there an awareness quietly observing both? The question is not meant to produce an intellectual answer. It is meant to shift attention from the changing experience to the unchanging observer. As this understanding deepens, life itself begins to change. You continue to love. You continue to work. You continue to enjoy the beauty of the world. But you no longer become completely trapped by every passing thought, emotion, or circumstance. You learn to participate fully in life while remembering that your deepest identity is never limited by it. Perhaps this is the greatest insight of Advaita Vedanta. The goal is not to escape the world. It is to awaken within it. Modern science continues to investigate whether reality is stranger than it appears. The simulation hypothesis is one attempt to explore that mystery. The sages of India approached the same mystery from a different direction, through direct observation of consciousness. Their conclusion was extraordinary. Behind every changing experience is an unchanging reality. Behind every thought is awareness. Behind every name and form is Brahman. The great Mahavakya declares, Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. This does not mean the individual ego is supreme. It means your deepest nature has never been separate from the infinite reality that pervades all existence. So the next time you look at the night sky, watch your own breath, or simply observe the flow of your thoughts. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, am I only experiencing this world? Or am I beginning to recognize the awareness in which this entire experience unfolds? Perhaps that question is not the end of the journey. Perhaps it is where the real journey begins.